So the Washington Commanders just got absolutely demolished by the Philadelphia Eagles 24-8. But the score really doesn't tell a story. It was 24-0 at halftime. The Eagles took their foot off the gas in the second half. Should have been more than 24-8. And just an absolute terrible performance by the Commanders. They fall to 1-2 on the season. The Eagles are 3-0, and gotta give them their props. The Eagles are a really good football team. They dominated us in all three phases of the game. Just terrible by the Commanders. Let's start off with the offense. 25 Wentz. We'll start off with Wentz. 25 for 43, 211 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Got sacked 9 times. Wentz was not good today at all. There's no other way to put it. Yes, the offensive line was bad. They were not good at all. They gave up 9 sacks, but at least 2 or 3 of those sacks, Wentz, it was all on Wentz. It was 5+, 4+ seconds, and he just held on to the ball. And there was 2 or 3 others where it was kind of 50-50. Could have gone either way. Just, you can't hold on to the ball that long. It was 4th and 22, and the man takes a sack. It's 4th and 22. Whatever you do, do not take a sack. The worst, just throw it up. And there's a 10% chance there's going to be a pass interference called, or, even if it gets picked, then you just gain 30 yards of field position. You cannot, that was all on him because you have to get rid of that. And also, I love Wes Schweitzer. He was awful in this game. I'm not even talking that much about his, pass pro, which wasn't great. Every single snap was low. Almost every single one, except for a couple, was low, and Wentz had to bend down to get it. And I just don't know how you don't adjust to that. Unless Wentz just didn't say anything to him. It was so obvious. Every single snap was low. He had to bend down to get it. And there was no adjustments made. There was a couple high snaps, but Wes Schweitzer was terrible in this game. Sam Cosmi wasn't great, but I'll give him a pass because he looked like he was playing through an injury, and he gave up a couple sacks while being injured. Charles Leno wasn't great, gave up a sack or 2, had a false start. He was not great. Again, Wentz inaccurate for the most part, and just didn't get rid of the ball. I didn't like his performance today. Gibson was okay, 12 for 38. Had a 10-yard, negative 10-yard run at the 4. He just cuts. He loves cutting back. Once had a couple nice runs. Same thing with Samuel. It is what it is. Receiving wise, Terry 6 catches, 102 yards on 9 targets. Had one that he definitely should have caught. There was another one was kind of iffy. It was kind of iffy. It was really a really fast pass that he threw, and it was a little bit high. Even Slay couldn't get it, so I'm not going to put that on Terry. And there was fans that were just calling Terry, saying Terry needs to step up. He's been terrible. When the team has negative 16 passing yards in the first half, that's not on Terry McLaurin. That's on Wentz. That's on the offensive line. And the offensive coordinator as well, Scott Turner, who did not have a good game. Terry, though, 6 for 102, had a solid day. It wasn't amazing, but definitely wasn't if you're gonna call someone, do not call out Terry McLaurin. There's a couple people on Twitter. There's always are, but it just was getting ridiculous. So Samuel's all right, 7 for 48. I think he's getting a lot of targets. I think some of those targets need to go to others, but he's still been really good. McKissick got a bunch of those short passes at the end of the game when they're playing prevent. And then Jahan was not great today. 2 catches on 8 targets and had 10 yards, had a drop. It was a pretty bad drop. Should have made that catch. And then there was a couple where it was just it wasn't great passes by Wentz. So, just not a great day by Dotson. Should have had that catch. But besides that, he didn't really do that bad. And Logan Thomas kind of a non-factor. 2 catches, 5 yards. And had that one where it was almost a touchdown. I did not like that play call by Turner. And then Bates, nothing. He had no catches. Had 1 target. It was kind of a bad throw, but also could have made that catch. So, Scott Turner, I didn't like what I said. I'm usually a Scott Turner fan. Today was not good at all. Obviously, the first 2 drives, it's okay to do it. But after a while, you could obviously see that our line wasn't great and Wentz wasn't able to get rid of the ball. So you can't have these 7-step dropbacks every single time. You can't be having Wentz dropping back that much every single time with how bad the O-line was and how Wentz just wasn't looking good. So you gotta make adjustments, and he really didn't make any adjustments until maybe later on in the game, and it was way too late at that point. Also, the run game was looking good in the beginning. Gibson was solid, and they just went away from it. And I understand, like, in the second half, why you're not running the ball, you're down 24-0. But in the first half, I thought they should have ran the ball a lot more than they did. And I think that's another, fault of Scott Turner today. Didn't think, I think he should have stuck with the run game a little bit more earlier. The dropbacks were terrible from him. And there was a couple just questionable play calls, like we're not the Chiefs. Don't be doing that shovel pass to Logan Thomas. Not only are we not the Chiefs, we don't have Patrick Mahomes as our quarterback. We don't have Travis Kelce as our tight end. We're not going to be able to do that every single time like the Chiefs do, and we weren't able to. We got 1 yard on the play on 4th and goal. At least we got a safety on the next play, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But just not a good day for Scott Turner. 8 points, or really 6 points on the day. And yeah, you can't have that. This just offense was, if I had to give a grade for the offense, F grade. I mean, 6 points. It doesn't get much worse than that. And, really a lot of your yards came in garbage time. So offense does not get a good grade from me. And Wentz had 2 fumbles. One was lost, and he recovered one. Again, held on to the ball way too long in some of those sacks, and you got to fix that up. So let's look at the defense. It's tough to judge because they gave up 24 points in the first half, and the Eagles definitely took their foot off the gas in the second half. So the defense did not play well, but the offense definitely did not put the defense in position to succeed a lot of the times. The fumble put them in bad position, and just defense was on the field the whole time. So defense was not good today, but they were better than the offense, which is not saying much. Cole Holcomb, I thought he was really good early on. Had some nice tackles, had a pass deflection and a QB hit. But there was one play where I think it was Jalen. It was someone running, and he just looked lost there. So don't know what happened there. Cam Crow is looking solid. He got hurt. Don't know what happened there. And then Jamin Davis got 2 sacks. I'm trying to remember. I know one where kind of Jalen Hurts fell down. I can't remember the other one. Jamin Davis, didn't really notice him too much besides that, but that's not a bad thing in my opinion. He was fine. Kendall Fuller got mossed by Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith was absolutely insane today. Jonathan Allen had a couple nice plays. Shaka Toney played more than I thought he did. Actually, had a tackle for the loss. Derek Force was solid. Benjamin St. Juste was probably the best player on defense today. He did allow a touchdown, but it's gonna be hard for Benjamin St. Juste to stop a slant against AJ Brown and make a tackle on him. He's got to have some safety help on that. He had a few nice, pass breakups, could have had an interception. He did allow a long, completion to Devontae Smith, but it was not a catch. It was first of all, if they challenged it and it was a catch, it was a great play. It wasn't Benjamin St. Juste's fault, but you saw he bobbled it, and that was on Ron. He should have, I don't know how you don't throw that challenge flag earlier. It was a good job by the Eagles, though. Getting that done early. I mean, getting to the hiking the ball early. So, props to them on that. But Ron Rivera should have had that challenge for sure because that's a 45-yard play. Nonetheless, great catch by Devontae Smith there, even though it wasn't a catch. And then he mossed. I think it was Bob McCain. Kendall Fuller had a couple other times where he got mossed. He was terrible. Benjamin St. Juste, I think he should stay on the outside. Kendall Fuller's been terrible, so maybe move him to the slot and have William Jackson on the outside because Benjamin St. Juste been their best corner so far this year, and he looked significantly better on the outside. So that's what I would do personally. And then let's see, Efe Obada had a sack. He had a nice play. I thought the special teams was much improved this week. The punt coverage was really, really good. They were getting some big hits. Almost had a fumble. I mean, the guy did fumble, but would have been nice if they would have forced it there. But I liked the special teams play today. They're the only unit that really came to play. Let's see. Dax Milne, 1 kick return for 29 yards. And, yeah, that was really it. We didn't have, that was it. Tress Way was better today. Averaged 53 yards a punt. So, the special teams was much better. And then Joey Sly, he did kick a 47-yard field goal. But, it got called back because of the 15-yard penalty. But he did make it, so props to him there. But overall, guys, it's not looking good on the season. Like, there's still so much time, and the Eagles are a very good team, but like, it wasn't that close. It wasn't close at all. 24-8 doesn't really tell the whole story. Yeah, it's ugly, guys. And, we have a couple winnable games in the next 2 weeks, but we're going to have to play so much better if we want any chance in that game. Scott Turner got to step up. Wentz has to step up. Some of these other playmakers have to step up. I can't wait to get Brian Robinson back because he's a true running back in my opinion. And then I'm trying to see some of these guys in the D. Oh, Deron Payne had a nice, safety that he caused. That was a great play by him. Don't know why the Eagles had Dallas Goedert blocking him, but that was a great play. And I need to see more from Montez Sweat. He did have a nice tackle for loss, or he helped with Jonathan Allen on that play, but he's got to be better, man. If he wants to be a top DN in the league, like, you can't have no sacks through the first 3 games of the season. He has to step up. You get pressures, that's great, but you've got to do better than that. You've got to get some sacks in there. And I really didn't see much pressure from the D-line today. I really didn't. And Jalen Hurts honestly didn't even hurt us that much with his legs. He didn't need to because he was really good as a passer. He only had 20 rushing yards on 9 attempts. He had 340 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Only got sacked 3 times. He was amazing today. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Our run defense wasn't bad today. And then Devontae Smith, 169 yards. A.J. Brown was good. But it was really Devontae Smith who was absolutely torching us. And then again, the second half, they really weren't doing much on offense. The Eagles were because they didn't really care. So that's it for the recap video, guys. It's not a good one. It's not a good feeling, get another loss. And 1-2 on the season. Hopefully we can bounce back against the Cowboys. We'll see if Dak is back. Probably not, but it doesn't matter. The way we're playing, it doesn't matter if it's Dak or Cooper Rush. If we play like this, we're losing. So thanks for watching, guys, and peace.